Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it's Real Talk Friday. I got an article, I guess a couple days ago, from a friend of mine named Joe Bruton, and Joe Bruton's the guy that discipled me during my rock bottom journey. And he had mentioned this kind of, that the article really kind of speaks about the ministry of Rock Bottom Outreach, and so I began to read it. But it was really funny because it began to talk about people that are very independent, if you would. And to say, a lot of people say, well, I'm the independent kind, okay? That I don't really need any help. I can do it on my own. But understanding, man, that is not biblical at all. That is just not biblical. God created us to be dependent, not independent, but dependent. And I know you're like, well, Rick, I mean, if I have God, that's enough. And that's correct. So let's go to Philippians 4:13. And it says this, I can do all this through who? Through Him who gives me strength. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. And we get into trouble when we try to be the independent kind, that I don't need any advice, I don't need any help, I've got this. That's exactly what I thought until, bam, I hit the bottom. But even during that time, I had to learn to receive help and blessings from others that wanted to bless me. Because I wanted to say, I got this, I don't need any help. But the truth was, I did. And when we say, well, God is enough, but understanding the kingdom of God flows through relationships. Let me say it again. The kingdom of God flows through relationships. And that would mean the people that He puts into our lives. You know, at RBO, we talk about that we will walk beside you every step of the way until you find your freedom. And again, that talks about being a little dependent on others. Caution to the wind when you become so independent that you almost push God aside. And here's exactly what I mean. A lot of times we ask God for help and for Him to give us what? Strength. But we try to do it in our own strength. And all of a sudden, who's out of the picture? We take God out of the picture. Let me tell you right now, man, there's no coincidence. God puts people into your life for a reason. And usually, it's a blessing that they want to bless you, but by blessing you, you are blessing them. Again, you're not called to be independent. You're called to be dependent. Because God's grace and mercy comes from whom? From Him. It's a free gift from Him. So what are you? Are you dependent on Christ, or are you the independent kind? Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. It's been Real Talk Friday. Have a great day. Beep.